Round 5 recap we doing?
Round 5 recap.
All right. Juwan next to Don.
Except for my STEEZ. And you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Interesting week to say the least. As always.
Yeah. I really don't even know what to say about this.
I really
week,
don't
bro.
either, man. We just might as well just get into the games, bro. Because at this point, there's no real takeaway that I took away from this week. I really don't think there's a solid. I just might have been left more confused than anything.
I do think some teams are starting to shape up like where they're going to be on the ladder. And some teams, they're still ain't no telling. But yeah, first game we got St. Kilda versus Richmond. What you think, man?
Okay, so St. Kilda was coming off what the comeback win against y'all, right? That's the last game they had. So I seen how poorly they played early, so I didn't believe that they would win the game, but I also didn't think that they would get smacked as bad. I thought that they would continue the momentum off the fourth quarter, but they didn't at all. And Richmond really, I think this is the first game I really seen Richmond show the potential of what they can be in the finals and potentially in the grand finals too. Just clean ball, class, if you will. They just play with class, and St. Kilda's just not built like that at this point. And I don't think many teams really are. And honestly, if they can continue that consistently, Richmond's a problem.
So me, Richmond looked like the team I thought Richmond was before I started watching AFL. Like Richmond was just everywhere. They smothered the ball every time. The way they stopped the Saints from moving the ball up the field is probably the best I've seen from any team, and they played like that throughout the whole game. Jack Rewald, five goals. That's tie for most goals this round. And let me talk to the Saints, bro. Because the Saints really making us look bad. Because look, they got smacked this game. The game before they played us, they got smacked by like 80. And then they come out and beat us. So,
AFL unpredictability, bro. 20 goals, 14 behinds. It could have been way worse too. Second game, we had your boys, the West Coast game against Collingwood in Optus Stadium. You got it.
And so this game, I was definitely nervous going into this game. Like I said in previous videos, we kind of got a rivalry going on. In 2020, they beat us in the finals in Perth. So we really wanted this win, and we came out and got it. I think we played a good game with no Liam Ryan, with no Shuey, Shannon Hearn. We played a real good game. Oscar Allen, bro, I'm so happy we about to have bro for at least like a good 10 years. Because start of his career, man, he played great. 5 goals, possibly the mark of the round in my opinion. Man, Dom Sheed, 3 goals in 3 minutes in the third quarter. Man, West Coast Eagles all day, every day. You know that.
Yeah. West Coast definitely did their thing this game. Like, I did expect it to be a little closer game. If you go watch the tip video, I think I had it single digits. But I don't know, man. I guess that Optus Stadium advantage is always there and present. Early on, though, so Nathan Buckley moved Darcy Moore to forward at this game because Mason Cox was hurt. So I guess they felt comfortable enough on that back line that they can move him forward. Early on, him and Grundy definitely made a presence for themselves, dominating the marks early. But early on is about the best that they had, because they had, I think for the most of the first quarter, they had West Coast pinned down in the defensive 50. But after that, it seemed like West Coast flipped the switch. Like I think Scott Pendlebury and Steele Sidebottom only had like 2 disposals or 2 touches like the whole second quarter. And then what else happened? Okay, so quarter 2, they had 2 goals. The third quarter, they didn't have any goals. And I'm talking about Collingwood. And then so, all right, I took this note too. They had 8 tackles. Y'all had 8 tackles, right?
Mm-hmm.
At the quarter time. And then at the end of the game, y'all had 51. So y'all really took the defensive switch up. Y'all just put the whole aggressiveness on them. And Darcy Moore didn't have any touches in the second and third quarter. He had like a 4th turn, bro.
Thanks. Also, to add some more stats, also tied for top goals of the round, Jack Darling and Oscar Allen, both with 5 goals this game. Just a great game from West Coast.
I would love to have that type of forward play on my team. For the play, not foreplay.
Next game, we got the Western Bulldogs, or the Bullies, versus Gold Coast Suns. What you got to say about it?
I'd be wanting Gold Coast to be decent, but I wasn't gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because they're playing Western. The Western's just been playing their ass off all season. 17 goals, 16 behinds. It's like, bruh, 118 points. You could have scored like 150, 130, 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Western midfield just continues to dominate. Montepelli's just playing great. I think it was his 150th game. Yeah, nah, he had some type of accomplishment. I forgot what he did, but he definitely celebrated that in a nice way, winning this game. Ben King had a little small show up in the beginning, but you just had nobody really did the job for Gold Coast. My bad, bro. it was no chance at all, bro. Just
Yeah. I don't hold it too much against Gold Coast because they're playing the Bullies. And the Bullies being who they are, the team they are, the most consistent, having the best midfield, I just don't see a team beating them. Well, maybe Richmond if Richmond play how they just played against the Saints, that would be a good game. But yeah, the Bullies ain't losing to no bottom tier team, no middle of the pack team. You definitely got to be a top tier team to beat the Bullies, and Gold Coast just isn't that. Standout player for me this game, Tim English. Tim English was putting in work. Every game I feel like Tim English does something that catches my attention on a team that's already stacked. Like, so yeah, I'm definitely looking out for Tim English going forward. But yeah, Bullies definitely winning.
I like McCray. That pass that he made, bro. Did you see that shit? That little cut pass he made right in the end. I think he led the league at one point in disposals last time I checked. So I don't know if he still is, but that guy right there. So
I think Josh Dunkley on Western.
Same team, ain't it? Jesus.
Josh Dunkley had 38 disposals.
Which one for the game?
Yeah, this game.
So he might have lapped him. Next game, we got the game of the week, game of the round, whatever you want to call it. Sydney Swans versus Greater Western Sydney Giants, and that is a rivalry game, interstate, state of Sydney. What you want to say about this game, man?
Man.
2-point lead.
Yeah, 2-point game. Sydney finally got taken out. And it was by a team I wasn't expecting to beat them at all. And we were live during this game, so you could see our reaction to it while this game went down.
Yes, bro.
But like the beginning of the game, I was like, yeah, Sydney's gonna win this. GWS, no worries. And the closer the game got to the end, it was like, man, GWS is looking good. They looking good. And then, man, that last minute, they came to life, scored a goal. Sydney had 2 chances after that to put themselves back into the game. Blew on both, but
couldn't get it done.
Man, this was definitely a good game, exciting game, definitely game of the round.
Yep. Toby Green doing what he usually does. Like they were missing though. They were missing. So it's like they were missing. This GWS team might be something. I wouldn't say they're gonna make the finals, but they might be able to knock off like almost any team any time of the day if you slip up and you don't put the effort for it, because GWS is just continue to show week and week that they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight. They might not win every week, but it's not somebody that you can just be like, oh yeah, I'm about to chill, man. We got GWS. Oh, easy win. Nah, not the case. Especially since Sydney got the injuries that they have going on. Buddy got hurt. He was doing his thing on the game before he got hurt.
5 goals.
And that's half the team. Half of the team's goals. They had 10. Papley played straight. Papley played pretty good. But I don't know. We were thinking that they could play as a committee, but I don't know, man. Like, the youth kind of showed in this game. And
yeah. It was points in this game. Sydney kind of looked lost on the field.
Yeah, they did.
Especially towards the end when GWS got that game-winning goal. It didn't seem like any of the Sydney players were in the right position. They were all huddled in one spot instead of, expecting their teammate to hit the ball out. It was just a bad end of the game. But shout out to GWS. You definitely proven your team to be reckoned with. And y'all are hurt right now, so I can only see y'all getting better once y'all players come back.
Yeah, I agree. GWS, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing.
Next game, we got Port Adelaide versus the Carlton Blues.
I love this game. Yeah, deep sigh, deep relief. I mean, deep breath, whatever you want to call this shit. We got fucked up by, 28? Yeah, 68-96. Much to my dismay, much to my fellow Blue Bagger fans' dismay, we got smacked up despite thinking that we could come out and put an effort against one of the top teams. I think this game humbled me and a lot of other fans. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm the only one who needed to get humbled. But we got smacked by them boys, man. The class showed the difference in class. We looked so lost out there. We didn't look in the right position. We didn't look like we know how to make each other available for the ball. We didn't play for each other. Just the effort was, we came out flat. We couldn't get the ball where we needed to get it to, like as far as the forwards. We were pinned down on defense a lot. They played great. All their talls played great. And they just beat us in every facet of the game for the most part. And those injuries are not even an excuse because they had injuries as well. And I was thinking that this week, the injuries that we had, the players that we had coming back from injury, I thought that would offset the injuries that we had in previous weeks. But no, we ended up getting smacked up. And guess what? We better put up a better fight next week because I will have issues, Carlton. Look, this is blue, man. Look, everything is blue. Shirt is blue. Come on, man.
Yeah. So with me, this game, I feel like Carlton just didn't show up. Carlton has their little spurts of greatness that they show that it's possible that they can do it, but then it's like the effort isn't there. They gave up. It's a lot of the times. There was a few times Port just easily moved the ball down the field. Like Carlton wasn't even there. Port is a top tier team. I don't think the Blue Bears should be so upset about this loss.
Oh yeah, we upset.
It was definitely expected from anybody that isn't a Carlton fan. So.
Bro, it's just too many fumbles and goofiness, just dropping the ball and not doing what you need to do. No clean handballs. What else do I need to say? Do I need to come coach? And then David Teague talking about before the game, talking about, we might not win this game. What do you mean we might not win this game? You're supposed to coach the team to win. You're supposed to have your team in position to win. You're supposed to have them ready to play. But guess what? No. That statement, I can see why Carlton came out and didn't want to play. You don't even believe in us. So why do I want to get you a win on your... So hold on. So I'm starting to come into realization right now. Scrub the chin. But, we'll talk about that in a couple videos. Next game, we got Brisbane versus Essendon. This was a game I was disappointed in as well.
All right, so I felt like Brisbane, it was about time for them to win. They were at home. They came home and they did that. Lockie Neal showed up. I think he had 38 disposals this game. Joe Danaher had a great game against his old team. I don't think Charlie Cameron did too much. I can't remember.
I think he had a goal and a behind.
Yeah, but from really the first quarter all the way to the end of the game, Brisbane had control. It wasn't even an entertaining game because how bad. Essendon didn't look like they belonged on the same field as Brisbane this game.
So I take this with all right, so my expectations, as y'all know, I've been liking the way Essendon has been playing for a little bit. I thought they'll put up a better fight, but I do take this loss with a grain of salt because the weather was terrible when the game started. It got better as the game went, but it was pouring, soaking wet. So granted, both teams are playing in the same conditions, but Essendon has a way younger team, a less established team, so I'm gonna expect them to make more mistakes in a bad weather or a bad environment to play the game. Also, but it's not an excuse because at the end of the day, the first two goals came I don't think they scored in the first quarter. I think they had a couple goals in the second quarter, and both of them came off of blunders by Brisbane or a turnover or whatever the case was. I think they earned the third goal. I think Tip and Woody had some type of intercept mark. But you finished with 6 goals. It's bro, you're not y'all they kind of came out. I was kind of comparing that loss to Carlton's, but it's not even close, honestly. We definitely had more effort than Essendon did. And I'm disappointed. Jordan Ridley got hurt too, so that's going to take a little hit. But and granted, you're not playing with Sam Draper, but still, you can't get blown out by 57 by a side that's not playing that good. Even if they're expected to, you can't be the team that a struggling team comes up and gets their season back on track due to you not wanting to play. So, Essendon, I'm keeping an eye on you next week. Brisbane, we whooping your ass next week.
Next game we got Adelaide Crows and Freo Dockers. For me, this was another good game this week. This was another. All right, so the way I see games, if you're on the same tier, it's gonna be a good game. Like high tier teams against a high tier team, good game. I think Freo and Adelaide are both low mid tier teams. So I was kind of excited for this game going in. I'm always excited to see Tex play. Tex is becoming one of my favorite players outside of West Coast players. So I am excited to see him. And he had what I think was another contender for the mark of the round other than the Oscar Allen mark. As far as the game, though, what the fuck happened, Crows? Like I said before, everybody is in this together to whoop Freo ass. Ha! And Crows, how did y'all do it? I understand. Freo, y'all slick hurt my nigga Tex. I seen Tex go down with like some hammy problems or something.
Yeah, calf injury.
Calf injury, third quarter. He was still back out in the fourth, I think. He tried to play a little bit, but man, after Tex got hurt, the game was different. Mm-hmm. That's when Freo got the lead. That's when they controlled the game, and that's when they ran away.
Yeah, I tipped Freo this game. I'm a little higher on them. I'm down. It's more so down on Adelaide. Adelaide's a one-dimensional team. You have Tex Walker. Without Tex, you're not doing much. Tex was playing okay. I don't think he had a dominant game. He had an okay game by his standards. I don't think he played too good, to be honest. Really, neither team honestly played too good. It was a defensive game. They both came out sloppy, like handballs, just fumbling all over the place. Nothing clean. Adelaide turned the ball over a lot. It was a struggle to get to the 50. Like the last kick to get into the 50, it was like non-existent for both of these teams early on until they both got into a smooth rhythm of the game. Fife, he was missing early on. So I think that was an opportunity for Adelaide to jump on him. But they didn't do that. Even with Tex, when he was healthy early on, didn't really do much. So yeah, man, I think Freo, they ended up taking control of the game later on. They have no Tex.
Hurt Tex.
Yeah, they had a hurt Tex, a handicapped Tex who's not 100% there. And I'm starting to learn that a lot of the players, like Shane McAdams, he's a highlight player. He's not there every play. He's a player to make highlights for Adelaide. Lockie Murphy, he's a nice player who has nice goals, but he's not there every game. I've seen him maybe 2 games this season.
I think that's becoming a common thing with Adelaide. They are a real flashy team. Like when they score, it's gonna look good. When they mark, it's gonna look good, but they're just not gonna consistently do that to win a game. Like if the way the Crows win, they demoralize a team. They're gonna do some spectacular play. The team's gonna be like, damn, then they ain't gonna want to play no more. And then that's when the Crows just win, bro.
Right, and I think Crows are really only doing that against teams who don't know how to face adversity. So I'm expecting, and I'm gonna say it now, I'm expecting the Crows to drop down soon. Now Texas is gonna win some games on its own, but you're gonna win against the Gold Coast, you're gonna win against the North, you're gonna win against the Hawthorns. Yeah, that's where I stand on that. Oh, another thing I did notice about Fremantle, they're the first team I noticed to really not have a man stand on the mark. They will be playing like the man on the mark rule, but they wouldn't have anybody really guarding that. So Adelaide had the opportunity to like rush off that, but you didn't. So it's like I'm becoming Coach STEEZ out here, man. What y'all doing? Come on, man.
Next game, we got Hawthorn versus Melbourne. What you think?
As expected. Hawks, I was on the Hawks train a little early because they played, but nah, I just don't know what I'm getting with them. And if you're playing a team who has showed me that they have consistent midfield play, you have consistent. Okay, so the forward play was a little different because they didn't have Bailey Fritch's game, and it showed their forward struggled this game. But when you do have Fritz, you at least have a consistent mark option. And even without that, I was still sure that they would beat the Hawks. Hawks, they have occasional effort. They have occasional plays. They're not gonna play a whole quarter. They're not gonna play like even 2 quarters. They might play 2 quarters a game or whatever the case may be. But they're not gonna play the whole game. And teams who are more poised and more composed will take advantage of a lot of turnovers and a lot of missed opportunities, whether it's set shots or whether it's just inside the 50 blunders.
For me, Melbourne, I've been trying to dislike Melbourne ever since the season started, but this is honestly one of the best performances I've seen from Melbourne. Out of all the performances, this is something that deserves that number 2 spot that I don't think they deserve right now, but they all played. Every player on Melbourne, Max Gawn, he stepped up as a captain. You could tell, man, when Max Gawn scored that goal from outside the 50, he's like, come here, come on. Bro, that turned the whole team up, bro. Once he did that, man, they was ready to go. And the Hawks actually kept the game kind of close up until the 4th quarter. I think going into the 4th quarter, they were only down by like 10 or.
I think that's only because they showed up in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but the last 15 minutes, Melbourne scored 8 goals unanswered. So it was just
classic Hawthorn, right?
Classic Hawthorn and Melbourne being who they are. So yeah, good game for both of them. Well, both of them. Good game for Melbourne.
Yeah. Another thing about this game, Sam Frost, the bully, the biggest bully in the league,
Oh my God.
pushed Clayton Oliver down. That jump was so crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what history they have. I know they used to be teammates, but, bro, that was probably the most aggressive situation I seen while watching the game. And then Petrarca, there was a sequence where Petrarca had hit, his name Chad Wingard?
I think so.
Yeah, he had hit him and he folded up. Like, he did like a whole barrel roll, like a cartoon roll. And that really led into a goal sequence where Petrarca ended up scoring that. And it was a nice whole Jaden Hunt with the run. It was a pretty dope sequence, man. So, I'm up on them. Without Bailey Fritch, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I like that. Salute to you, Melbourne. And the final game of the round, Geelong and North.
It's always, I don't know why we always laugh when they say North.
I laugh at Geelong
Oh,
at this time. I laughed at Geelong. Loft.
wow. I feel like
They just never know. I never know what I'm getting from them, bro.
they are inconsistent. I do not think they're gonna make the 8 this
Not if they keep playing like this.
It seems like they are. Like, I see Brisbane coming up and making it out the bottom, but I don't see the same thing for Geelong.
Dangerfield looked terrible in the first. Like, this dude had 2 turnovers in the defensive, inside his own defensive 50. It's like, bro, you're supposed to be one of the best players. I've been talking about you every week. Oh, Danger might come back. They might win this game. Y'all been losing games, and then you come back doing that. You're supposed to be top 5 player. You've played in the grand final. He has a premiership, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have the worst game, but he also didn't have the Patrick Dangerfield standard to as far as my knowledge went.
I feel like North is doing better every week.
Yeah.
Slowly, like, they had 5 goals 2 weeks in a row, I think. Last week they had 6 goals. This week they had 7. Geelong, you should have really beat these boys by a lot more, but you didn't, so you're still staying low on my list.
North they look good in open space. When they can get it like off the halfback and they get that into the midfield and they have open space, they're not bad. But my question with them is when they get that thing back into the 50, what do they do with that? Because they seem to be the goofiest people of all time.
Yeah, they definitely don't take advantage of scoring opportunities at all.
My challenge to you, North Melbourne, inside the 50 efficiency. Let's see. What is it? Week 5?
You need to work on disposal efficiency.
Disposal efficiency as well. You heard that. Let's see who they listen to. Disposal efficiency or inside the 50 efficiency? Look, and if whoever gets it right is the next senior coach for North Melbourne Kangaroos.
Boy, I ain't trying to coach them boys.
You gotta chill out. Well, I'll take that shit. Let me go over there. What's the name? Hey, we play Carlton. I'll be like, hey, David T. Hey, look, this what you.
Bro, you gonna get fired just like Collingwood, bro.
Hey, look, somebody gonna take me. Look.
That's all 9 games, round 5.
Yeah, that's it, man. It was okay week. It was some highlights. It wasn't a bad week. It was just my tips was messed up, so it doesn't feel that great. But
Sydney GWS was definitely the best game.
what was the least interesting game?
The least interesting game, probably Geelong and North. I really like.
agree to that. Geelong North probably was the same answer.
What team played best this round?
Richmond.
Yeah, Richmond did look. Richmond looked unstoppable, bro. I haven't seen Western look like Richmond did this week.
Nah, I'm interested in seeing where St. Kilda's gonna land, where Adelaide is gonna land, and where Geelong and Brisbane are gonna land. Those are the most interesting teams right now to see where I want to see where they end up.
Yeah, that's.
But that's I want to know where everybody is. Fuck.
I'm losing interest in Geelong every week. Brisbane, want to see. I think Sydney's gonna fall. Maybe not next week, but eventually, once they start playing some tough games again, I don't think they're gonna be ready for the next go around.
And they beat Geelong week 1, or they beat Brisbane week 1.
Brisbane, probably.
Oh, that's a better win than Geelong.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. That's it for this video.
Yep. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support that y'all give us. We're gonna keep on doing it. You keep on coming. Round recaps. What else we do? Round recaps. We do post-game reviews. We do tipping videos. Come on, man. Just give us some ideas, man. We already got a lot in store, but we always open to feedback and hearing what you got. And, you might have better ideas than us. You never know. Just shoot them in the comments, definitely.
Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we're gonna keep doing this as long as y'all with us. So until next time, goddamn.
Yeah.